Must attend Flash to review for fans. Welcome back. That's right. Welcome back to another handsome review with your handsome host. It is I, Jamiel Surita, and I am glad to be back. I know I've been on a break for 3 months, but man, I really missed 107 of you. Thank you for staying subscribed to my channel. I will continue to try to pump more videos, not just because we are a big steroid looking to get bigger than before, but because I really do care about this channel and every single one of you. I want to share all this knowledge that I have about movies, because out there in the real world, we know no one really talks about it. But here in the cyberspace, it's the perfect time. It's the perfect crime, you know? Except it's not a crime. It's something done legally with consent and mutual beneficiaries. Beneficial. Because you get something out of it and I get something out of it. The pride and joy of creating something that I will forever be proud of because I have all of you to create for. All right, we're going to talk about The Flash, man. I know I've been gone, but I still love movies and I still watch them. So let's get into it. What can I say about The Flash? Look, I'll say it right off the bat. The first thing, obviously, is like the whole Ezra Miller situation. I know they, I believe the proper pronoun is they. They have been in a lot of legal troubles and all that type of stuff. But here in this space, we are going to leave that drama outside. We're here to talk about the movie. We're here to talk about the story directed by Andy Muschietti and a whole bunch of other people and creatives who worked really hard to create a modern day DCU masterpiece. I know, I ruined my review, right? I already told you what I think. But the truth is, it's really hard not to start off with that because I really did like it. I wasn't sure what I was going to walk into this morning when I went to see the movie, but man, I heard it was good and it delivered. I really liked the movie a lot. Like, there's a lot of callbacks, but I have to say, you know, just on a technical point and even like a movie viewer point, Ezra Miller was really great in this movie. They did like a lot of the work because I'm going to get into spoilers now. The movie takes place with two Flashes. And so they have to do like basically most of the heavy lifting, working off of each other to do the comedy, to do the bit, to do all this other stuff. To be honest with you, the acting of Ezra was really good and kind of inspired me. That's why I had to make a video. You know, I did the whole speed thing, Flash, because, you know, it's flashy and stuff. But to be honest, I kind of want to be the Flash after watching this movie. That shit was awesome. You know, it's going the way they run and everything and kind of explaining that. There's no real thing to compare it to because before that it was only TV shows, and TV shows are cheap. Let's be honest. You know, they got a lot of work to cover, a lot of hours of television to cover, and that money goes down less and less to each part. But the movies are always have to be on a different level, otherwise they're not going to stand out. And the movie was great. You know, it had a lot of heart. It went back to that story that a lot of people already recognize for The Flash, which is all about, you know, how he lost his mom and how that affected his life with his father and how he grew up kind of in a funny, weird way because of everything that happened, you know? And then one of the things that they really worked hard on, and I might have stolen this from other reviews, but the truth is that they worked really hard to make Ezra Miller's Flash palatable because, you know, he was always kind of like a side character. He was the jokey one. But then by giving him a second version of himself to make the jokes, it kind of created this kind of more serious take on the Flash because they had to be the serious one because the other Flash, the younger Flash, was the jokester because they were still young as well. And so I think that kind of dynamic really worked in order to make the Flash kind of feel more dramatic. And I think that a lot of times, and this is something I think Marvel sometimes forget, you know, I like to criticize everybody, even though I love everybody. You know, DC, Marvel, everything in the middle too, because they needed the moments to have levity, you know, to feel heavy at times in order to sell the story and the arc of Barry Allen. And so they did that by having the funny character kind of make some jokes, but at the same time, when it was time to be dramatic, the older version, which they kind of look like brothers to a certain extent, you know, because of their professionalism versus their lack of professionalism, So it really worked. So it kind of created this sense of character that we could actually tag along in this multiversal timeline adventure, and was really great. Definitely one of the standouts, Michael Keaton as Batman. I had my doubts because, the last time he was in the movies, the technology of Batman was not there. I heard he was definitely one of the more popular Batman actors and everything. And then when I saw the movie, damn, he took it. He took that Batman role. And the thing is, I love, Ben Affleck and everything, but Michael Keaton took that Batman role and he became Batman. And it was really cool to see that. And, there were still a lot of funny moments and dramatic moments. And I think that really did work in this superhero space, And then Michael Keaton came and he was good at brooding and being Batman. And he was a little bit funny. There were moments that really worked for me with Batman kind of being funny and stuff like that. And Ben Affleck still was really good in this too. They really gave him his time to shine as a superhero. Because, the thing is that when you had like the Justice League and stuff like that, the alien stuff kind of made Batman look small. But with this movie, even though there are like this kind of otherworldly and timeline stuff, Batman still stands out in both versions. Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton. So that was really cool. Then the other standout, of course, was Supergirl. Kal-El, right? She was really good. I felt like she was very dramatic and she had a heavy look to her. Not heavy, but like scary, Like what you would expect a superhero to look like. And I'm not talking about gender or anything like that, because she did an amazing job as a superhero, man. Shit, she brought the essence of superhero actually, and she looked scary and rough and everything, and it worked because I heard that in the comics for the girl Supergirl, Girl Wonder or whatever they call her, Girl of Steel. Basically that she was kind of a little bit more heavier because when they both escaped from Krypton, she was the older one and they kind of put her as more responsible. And then she, her story, she gets lost, and in this movie they introduce her in a Russian prison. I mean, I think most people coming out of a Russian prison are a little bit more hard than they were before going in. So all of those moments worked. It didn't feel too long for me, to be honest with you. I really liked the pace. I was enjoying it from the beginning to the end. Barry Allen, the actor, did a good job portraying the character and kind of giving them a little bit more like gravitas and more empathy as well, which really worked because at the end of the day, as much as a character can make a lot of jokes and they're funny, if they don't resonate, if they don't feel like, I feel like sometimes to say it is like a everyman, if they don't feel that way, it's kind of hard to relate to the character and to care, more importantly, what happens to them. And that's what you want in a movie, because you need to get people attached to the character so they actually pay attention and they watch it and then they get good word of mouth like I'm giving right now. I really like the movie, and that's about as much as I can say about it. So I just want to say thank you again for coming back after all this time. I'm really happy to be back, and I will continue to try to create new content so we can continue to discuss the cinema. Marvel, DC, Lucasfilm, everything in between. I love all that stuff, and I will continue to cover it as long as I can. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe because there's more. Give a like to this video so I know you liked it. And write in the comment section below, if you saw the movie, what did you think? If you did not watch the movie, do you think you will watch it or you won't? And why? Because you know what? Every thought is valid. Every criticism is valid because it comes from a certain point of view. And I think that's how you have to do it with movies. You have to kind of talk about everything. And I just did. Thanks for watching.